Hey everybody, welcome to Cowboy Leather. Today we're going to build a tote bag. This could be a special tote bag. I've got a piece of this leather that I've had laying around for a while. I don't know if I bought it or my wife bought it, but I found it and I'm going to make a tote bag. Now, the pattern I'm using is the pattern you can get from Aaron at Maker's Leather Supply. It's a nice pattern. I've used it before. I've got a pattern that I drew up, but this one here, I like it because you can go around and cut it all out, make it real simple. Now, this is the color. Tinfoil lizard. I don't know if you see the pattern, but I call it tinfoil lizard. I think I'm going to name the bag that. But anyways, it's going to be black on the upper end of it with a black pouch on the side, and that's going to be the bottom. Now I've already got it cut out. I mean, if you get a pattern from Maker's Leather Supply, or there's other videos that are out there shows you how to cut it out, everything else. I'm going to take you from the point where I've got it cut out to putting in the holes for the rivets and the handle slots, and we got to come around and fold this down 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 inch. I use this double-sided tape. It seems to work real well. It holds it down. So let me tip it down and try and zero the camera in. I'll try and keep everything in frame this time. I've been having issues trying to keep everything in the frame. So let me get things set up and we'll go to it. All right, we're back. So anyways, I got my Pondo board. Like I said, this one here I've already put the bag punch in for the straps, 2 rivet holes either side. I folded that down, set that aside, and we'll get the other one here. Now I've marked on the back side of these, so hopefully the camera will not jump around, because when I whack this it's gonna probably fall over. So if you fall over, I'm sorry. I'll try and be gentle. Got those in. Now, take my handy dandy tape. Get out of the way, hammer. see if we can fold this over here. Done, ready for stitching. So let me put you on hold and I'll go stitch these up. Alright, we got it stitched up. Now we're going to put the pocket on. I'm going to try and line the pocket up between these two holes right here. So that looks about right. Approximately a finger's width. So what I'm going to do is come under here and just kind of mark on my leather. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I did fold that back so it leaves a nice rounded edge. I've clipped my corners. Now, if you're so inclined, you can put glue up here, glue this on. But I'm just going to go ahead and stick a little of this double back tape on here, just to kind of hold it in place. Yeah, like I said, you can do whatever you want to do to hold this on here. You can hold on there freehand if you want. Sometimes tape cooperates, sometimes tape don't. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get this on here without buggering stuff up. aside for a minute when I get back over to the stitch machine. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble this. So all we're going to do, flip it. When I stitch this on, I'm going to run my stitch line right across here, and then put the other one on like this. Make sure you get everything all squared up. Now you could, if you wanted to, get yourself some clamps or binder clips. Clip this down, clip it around here. Get this squared up where it belongs. Same thing with back here. And then put binder clips around it. I think that's what I'll do. Let me put you on hold and we'll get some binder clips. Alright, we're back. I'm going to stitch these pieces on. The machine I'm using is a clone of a Juki, the 8700. This machine will do the job because we're not going through too thick of leather. So let's get everything lined up here and feed it through. One. Install the other one. Bit about this machine. If you're going to do light leather, it's a good handy machine to have. And we had a minor booger. There we go. Back in business. If you get bad eyesight, needle threader with a headlight on it. So that's saying, Now, if you want to, you can take and fold this to the bottom like that. And run another stitch down through here. It just kind of boxes off everything. Alright. See, we're here. We'll stick the go. Now, what you're going to do is you want to make sure your ends are lined up here, down here, on the bottom. Here, fold that down so when you come down through, excuse me, I've stitched down the sides. The bag is assembled. Stitched here. And you pinch this, stitch. I go back and forth a couple times. You don't have to. One pass might be sufficient. Now I'm going to go ahead and just trim up some of this comes the moment of truth. I knew I saw a piece of thread running around here. Yeah, good. There we go. Camera got away. It's nice. Corners are nice. It sits. That's what we wanted. So, like I say, all we got to do now is just put the straps on. I'm going to make the straps in black. I'll put you on hold while I cut the straps, and maybe I'll bring you back and show you the finished product. Don't go away. So we've got the bag all ready. All we got to do is put the handles on it, and we'll wrap this video up. So let me position the camera so you can see what we're doing and how I do it. So hang on and let me get the camera down so you can see what I'm working on. All right. Now I've cut my straps. I've rounded and beveled the edges. So now we're ready to go ahead and attach them. I'm going to use copper rivets and burrs, and we'll get this going. Now, before I go too far, I'm going to take this piece of scrap leather and I'm going to stick it down inside of here, and I'm going to take my 1/4 inch boiler plate, set it inside, and put my rivets through, or rivet. Find the hole. Set it down. Put my burr on. Get my solder. Give it a whacky whack. Cut it off. Didn't go down as far as I wanted it to. Okay, that's good. So, turn your volume down, it may get a little loud. Nice and smooth. Come in and grab the next one. Push it through. Push it down. Put the burr on. Nice and smooth. Make sure you get it like, get this the right way around. Slide it over. Yep, can't do that, getting ahead of myself. Slide the next one through. Nice and smooth. Take this out for a second. Flop it over. And you're going to do the same thing to this side. Now, I forgot to mention this, I'm using number 9 1/2-inch copper rivets with burrs. You can use longer if you so desire, but that's just wasting. And for just doing what I'm doing here, number 9s are long enough, sufficient. Now, if you do use a thicker, make this out of thicker leather, yeah, you might have to use a little bit longer rivet. And really, you don't have to go that You don't have to go any bigger than a 9. You can go smaller if you want. They make 10s, 11s, 12s. There we go. Rivets. All right, like I said, there we go. It's all ready. Nice looking inside. Now, I didn't do it on this one, but if you want, as an option, you can put like a trigger snap or some kind of snap in here where the customer can hang their keys or whatever. You can also put a pouch like this on the inside, and pretty much when you stitch this one on, you can pretty much stitch this one on. You may make it a little bit bigger. You got to be pretty good if you measure it. But you can also take and instead of putting your straps on like this, you can put loops here and move these straps over so it'll set like this. Make shoulder straps. Now your straps, that's up to you. This person can take and wear it on their shoulder. It's not a crossbody, but you can put it on your shoulder. The straps are long enough. You can make the straps so they come down, you know, shorter. Make it go from just for a regular carry, as in like a grocery bag or a beach bag or whatever. But I've seen these people use these for a lot of different things. But there it is. You too can make these. They're not that hard, and you can do it with a smaller machine. You don't have to have a big one. Now, if you use a little bit thicker, this I believe is 4 to 5. This is 2 to 3, I believe, and this is also 5 to 6 ounce leather. So, don't mind my big ass hand. So, as I say, They're simple to make. You can make it bigger. I wouldn't, I haven't seen too many people make them bigger. I've seen them make them smaller. Now, like I say at the beginning of the video, I have a pattern, to make this bag. But if you don't want to go spend the money and get it, you can make one. A pattern, that is. And I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to give you the measurements like off of this pattern here. We find a ruler stick, and I'll show you. Hold on. Okay, here we are. I put down a piece of black leather so you can see this. Alright, for that size bag that I just made, this is your bottom panel. It is 12 7/8 this way, and 17 1/4 this way. And these notches are 4 3/4 this way, and 2 1/2 this way. Now what you do after you've cut out your initial shape, I suggest folding it in half, finding your center, and we'll just say there's your center right there. Then you measure this way, and then you'll notch out here. It's simple. Again, measure this way, make yourself so this initial piece before you start cutting on it is pretty much square. Now you can use a small square like that, which when you're laying it out, you get yourself your square corners, measure, flip, squared. That's how you get your rectangle. Something like this is very handy to have in your shop. Unless you abuse it, throw it on the floor, throw it up against the wall, or use it as a boomerang, it will stay pretty much, so you can draw a square box with it. Alright, put this one aside. And do it this way. Alright. This is your side. You'll need 2 of these. 17 1/4 along this way, and 9 7/8 this way. And then you'll come along and you'll have to measure these out yourself, because you may want to change where your straps go through. But from the top here to the center of this slot is 1 3/8 down from the top. And then your holes to the center, I'm talking to the center of these holes now. This one is, first one is 2 1/2, and the next one is 3 1/2. So you put 2 slots and 4 holes. And then from there, you just commence to stitching it together. You can hand sew it. You can machine sew it. Now don't forget, on that one that I made, I took and I folded this down approximately 1/4 of an inch. But use the overall measurements, and then all you'd be doing is subtracting what, 1/4 of an inch, something like that. So that's your bag. All you got to do is, pause the video, run it back if you didn't catch all the dimensions. Oh, can't forget the pocket. The pocket itself is 5 1/4 by 6, and you'll need one of those. And that side panel, like I said, you'll need 2. And you cut one out of whatever thickness, 4-ounce leather. You don't have to go real thick. So there. That's how to make a bag. And the measurements of it, so you don't have to go buy the pattern unless you want to, and you just trace it out on some cardboard or whatever you want, and you'll always have that pattern. So with that said, I hope y'all got something out of this, and I help somebody out there. That's what we're here for. People that have done this for a while, watch the videos, my videos, somebody else's videos. It's a learning experience. After 14, 15 years, I'm still learning tricks of this trade. So don't ever think that you know it all, because you don't. Somebody's got a quicker, easier way out there, and you got to be open. So, like I said, there's your bag. I've sold them before. People buy them. You can make them out of. Now that one there, like I say, the leather was thin enough that I didn't have to skive the edges or anything like that. But remember, the thicker you go, you can use a 4 to 5 ounce leather, but your seams are going to be heavy. They're not going to turn. They're going to turn, but they're going to leave a bulky looking seam. Now, if you don't like bulky looking seams, skive it or use thinner leather. But if you like a bulky looking bag, that looks like, King Kong couldn't tear it up, by all means use heavier leather. But don't get too, don't go anything over a 5/6. In fact, I'd say 5/6 is a little heavy for, doing this. A 4 to 5, 3 to 4, to me, that's a pretty good weight of leather to use. So, I'm going to wrap this video up and get a few things done. It's 10 minutes to 9, about ready for me to open up the doors. So, I hope everybody had a good week. I may put out another video tomorrow, Friday. If I don't worry about it. But again, everybody hope you had a good week. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you on the next time around. Cowboys out. Bye now.